Hi everyone. So sorry about the temporary end to the stream there. We had our two platforms operating on a little bit of a different schedule, so we do still have deadlifts for platform 2 before this session is officially over. We'll throw it to the platform in a little bit here. It's going to start in roughly 10 minutes. So we do have a little bit of a break before that session. And before we throw it to the platform, we have a little bit of an instructional video when it comes to deadlifts, what we are looking for in competition. This is courtesy of Clean Strength Media. So we'll throw to that and we'll see you again in about 10 minutes.
It's time to deadlift. It's a little bit different here because you're not going to hear a start command. All you're going to hear is bars loaded. Once you hear that, you have 60 seconds to start the lift. When you walk out to the platform, the chief referee is going to be ready with their arm straight up, ready for you to start the lift.
When we get to the top of the deadlift and we can display a motionless position to the referees, you will get two signals from the head referee. One, he will drop his hand down, giving you a visual signal. He will also give you an audible signal saying, down. Once you receive this, we can place the bar back down to the floor. We just need to make sure we're maintaining contact with the barbell the entire time.
Now there are a couple reasons why your deadlift might be deemed a no lift. First of all is any downwards movement of the bar. Second is failure to lock out either the knees or stand completely upright with your shoulders behind your hips at the end of the movement.
Supporting the bar on your thighs during the execution of your lift. It may also be called hitching. Lowering the bar before receiving the chief referee signal.
Once you do receive the down command from the chief referee, it is still important that you maintain control of the bar to the platform. That's defined as just keeping your hands on the bar throughout without throwing it down. It's super important.
For your third attempt deadlift, after the original attempt is placed in, you will be given two opportunities to change this attempt. Keep in mind that this attempt change needs to happen before the bar is loaded for your initial attempt that you put in. Right? So if you put in an initial attempt and the bar gets loaded and you hear the chief referee say bar is loaded, you cannot change your attempt anymore. It's over. You have to just take the original attempt you put in. So make sure if you're going to make an attempt change that you do it on time. If you want to submit a change for your third deadlift, you will need to hand in a new signed attempt card signaling the change you want to make.
Now with any of the lifts, if you want an explanation for why you received these red lights, you can ask the chief referee once they're free for an explanation, or if there's a jury available, you can ask them instead. This will take any guesswork out of why you got the lift wrong, and they can explain in detail and with accuracy what you've done wrong so you can rectify it with the attempts going forward. Lastly, if there is a jury available and you did get one white light, you are allowed to ask for an overrule. Now this is up to the jury, but it's always worth a try.
If you receive reds and miss a lift, it's unacceptable to argue with the referees or question their calls on the platform. It's never fun missing a lift, it sucks, but suck it up and try to make the necessary changes to fix it in the future.
Now that should cover all the rules to a powerlifting competition. At the end of the day, respect these rules and respect the people enforcing them. The referees, the volunteers, they're all just people just like you. If you miss a lift, don't take it out on them. Don't scream at them. You get nothing out of it, they get nothing out of it. It's no good for anybody. Have fun and respect the sport.
I'll be chief referee on platform 2. Welcome to day 2 of APU Provincials 2025.
We are just getting ready to start on platform 2. Again, sorry for that brief interruption. Asan is going to open up deadlifts for platform 2 and their deadlift session. 175 kilos loaded on the bar. He's got some nice long arms, good sumo stance. Expect this to be a good opener. Let's see how it moves. Taking his time. Getting set. Oh. Not what you want on an opener. He'll come back again, make some slight technical adjustments. Calvin coming up next, Wendigo barbell. Let's see how this opener moves for Calvin. A little bit below some of his best lifts today, particularly on the bench press. But that deadlift absolutely flies. And that is a great opener for Calvin. Learned a little bit of a lesson on squats and coming back as strong as he can on bench press and deadlift. Wes is up next on platform 2 with his opening deadlift of 190 kilos. He is being coached by Max Hall of Hall Strength Systems. Oh, wow. That is what you want from an opening deadlift. 3 white lights, and that is a good lift for Wes on his opening deadlift. Next up, we have Milan. Core powerlifting. Again, platform 2 today has just been loaded with core powerlifting athletes. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. The end of session 3. It's been a great day of lifting so far. A lot of provincial records were set on platform 1 this morning. A lot of our youth lifters, some of our sub-junior women. We have Milan, 205 kilos, getting ready for his opener. And that looks to be a pretty good lift. Well done. Did get a red light from the head judge. I'm not sure what they saw that the side referees didn't, but that still is a good lift. Razvan. Bar is loaded 210 kilos on the bar for our men's open 83 kilogram lifter. Taking a double take. Good lift for Raison. Apologies for the pronunciation there. Ryan Yip. His deadlift opener is 215 kilos. Let's see how he can move it.
The bar is loaded for Ryan.
That's the line. Let's go, Ryan. 215 on the bar. Nice wide sumo position. Just taking his time, that's okay. And that is a good lift for Ryan. Next up, we have Justin. Justin, his attempts have been moving a little bit slow today. Might just be the day, might be the attempt selection. We'll see how his first deadlift moves. A very pretty 225 kilos loaded on the bar. Get the nice 4 red plates. Nothing else. Looks great on the platform. Justin is coming out. He is getting ready. 225 kilos, almost 500 pounds. Slow but smooth. I would say probably a little bit better than the squat and the bench press, but still not as fast as you would want for an opener. John coming up next with 230 kilos. Another one of our open 83 kilogram lifters. Just a bit over 500 pounds. He surpassed that 500 pound mark with his opening attempt, assuming that he gets the white lights that he needs. Checks the barbell as he tends to do before lifting. Getting ready as he reaches down into his sumo position. Big deep breath and a brace. Very quick opening attempt for John. He has a lot of kilos left in the tank. Next up, we have Nitish on platform 2. Moving all the way up to 250 kilos for an opening attempt. These are some good deadlifters that we have in this flight. We're gonna see at least 2 attempts over 300 kilograms in our 83 open class. It's a good lift for Nitish. Very good opener, exactly what you want. Again, for opening attempts, you want to pick a number that you are comfortable and confident that you can hit under any sort of condition. The worst thing as a powerlifter is to miss an opener and then only have 2 more attempts to make sure that you secure a total. So that looks like some great attempt selection. Looks like Nicholas Lee or his coach has requested that the barbell be cleaned before his attempt. In the first and second attempts on the deadlift, you can request for the platform manager to clean the barbell for you. On third deadlift attempts, the barbell is cleaned between every lifter. Here is Nicholas with 250 kilograms as well on the bar. That is a good lift. 2 white lights for Nicholas. Melnerd, MDL powerlifting, trying to come home with that provincial banner for best club. I've been on a couple clubs that have been able to take home that banner, and it's always nice to be able to see it at the gym, give it a little signature. Melnerd opening up at over 600 pounds. Calm, cool, and collected as he approaches the bar. Takes a deep breath. Again, longer-limbed athlete, has a pretty nice deadlift, great conventional deadlift. I think that Melnerd has pulled sumo in the past, but I could be wrong there. Brent is opening up at 295 kilos. This is a great opening weight for the 83 kilogram class. Going to be well over 300 kilograms by the end of his third attempts, one would think. And right now, his forecasted total is only 5 kilos behind Justin. This is a matchup that we are going to keep a very, very close eye on. For some reason, though, Justin has been placed into the second flight while Brent is in the first flight. Normally, we do our best to place athletes that are competing very tightly against one another in the same flight, but Justin's going to have a pretty big advantage because he is going to see Brent's total before he even steps on the platform for deadlifts. Here is Brent, though, with his opening attempt of 295 kilos, core powerlifting. A little slow, still under control. We'll see how much more he has in the tank, but again, Justin with a very big advantage. Asan, second attempt, 175 kilos, 3 red plates on the bar. Reattempting his missed opener. He really needs this. Bar is loaded for Asan. Making sure that his deadlift socks are where he wants them. In the deadlift, you need to wear socks that cover your shin, mostly to protect the barbell from some potential blood that could get on the bar as it scrapes up those shins. Let's see if he can get this. There we go. That looks better. Gets it down command. What do the referees think? It looks like he might have not gotten that finishing position in the deadlift. 2 reds from the side referees. He was just asking the referees what exactly he can do. Got some clarification, so he's going to come back for his third and hopefully make it into that finishing position that he needs. Calvin coming out. He has had a bit of an up and down day so far. Missed his first 2 squats, hit it on his third. Had a lot more in the tank, but depth was an issue. Has hit every single lift since then, including, it looks like, the second deadlift. Wendigo barbell athlete. 3 white lights. So a rough start, but he's starting to pull it back together. Wes is up next, Hall Strength Systems athlete. 212.5 kilograms loaded on the bar for him. Pretty big jump, 22.5 kilo jump from his opening attempt. It did fly, so he must be feeling pretty confident. Let's see if he can perform when it matters most. Hit a sticking point, but hey, that's a big jump, and it looks like he's going to get it. That is 3 white lights. Definitely won't be able to make that same kind of jump going into his third, but still can add a few kilos to the bar, maybe 5 kilos. Milan, deadlift 2 coming up, 215 kilos being loaded onto the bar by our spotters and loaders. Another member of core powerlifting, consistent trend on this platform today. Let's see how it goes. He takes his time getting his feet settled exactly how he wants. Really making sure that he is dialed in. Couple little pulls on the bar. Locks in that sumo position. That is a nice looking pull. Don't know how much more he'll have on his third, but that is a good lift. 225 kilos loaded onto the bar. Again, nice clean 4 red plates on the barbell. Barbell weighs 20 kilos. Each of those red plates is 25. And then we have collars on the end that are 2.5 kilos each, giving us that 225 kilo load, just under 500 pounds. Let's see how he performs. Reaches down to the barbell before coming back up to get that deep, big breath. Little tough off the floor, but still works. Got Ryan pulling just over 500 pounds, 227.5 loaded on the bar. He seems to be performing pretty well. His previous personal best total was 560 going into this competition. And if he hits this, he's already at 577.5. So it's going to be a big day of personal bests for Ryan. Looks good for Ryan. We have Justin coming out next. I'm curious how much he jumped here from his first to his second. See, he jumped 15 kilos. I think that might be a little bit too much, but I hope that I am wrong. This will be a tough lift for Justin. Gets into position. Hey, it is tough, but hey, I was wrong. That might have been an okay jump. Won't have another 15 kilos in it, but still, that is on the board. That is a good lift. John coming up next. He'll be sure to inspect the barbell as he does, as he enters the platform. 250 kilos loaded on the bar, a bit over 550 pounds. He has only missed one lift so far today, his third squat. Like I said, checks the barbell as he gets himself ready in position to reach down for that barbell. You can see some baby powder on these athletes' legs. That is legal in competition. Helps the barbell slide up the thighs a little bit quicker. But to be honest, I don't think he needed the baby powder on that one. That one just flew up. Points at the scoreboard, 3 white lights. Got Nicholas, 265 kilos being loaded on the bar for his second attempt. They have, just like they did on their first attempt, requested for the barbell to be cleaned before his lift. You can request that on first and second attempts. On third attempts, it is always cleaned between each lift, mostly to get some baby powder off of the bar. Sometimes you also get a little bit of blood on the bar, scraping on the athlete. Ooh, Nicholas is fired up. He is just ready to go. Hook grip. He's got his thumbs wrapped around the barbell. Pretty painful, but it kind of locks the barbell in your hands. You'll see a lot of lifters pulling with that hook grip. Latish coming up next, pulling just over 600 pounds on the deadlift. He had a strong opening attempt. I think this is a pretty big jump. I want to say that he opened at 250. Could be wrong there, but I'll check for you. He did indeed open at 250, so that's a 22.5 kilo jump. See if it works out. Yeah, very aggressive jump, but it does pay off. 2 white lights, that's a good lift. Again, won't be able to jump 22.5 kilos onto his third, but that's okay. That's a big improvement to his total. Looks like our podium athletes are pretty much locked in this division. Melnerd has third place more or less locked down, although hitting this second deadlift will definitely help secure it for him. But it'll be a battle between Brent and Justin for first. Again, strange. Justin is in the following flight. Normally not the case. Normally we have lifters directly competing against each other in the same flight. But Melnerd can pretty much lock third place here with that. Very snappy hips at the top. Maybe too snappy. Maybe they think that he didn't quite reach the finishing position required there. Again, strength isn't an issue. And with that lift, no, it still will be out of reach for Nicholas and Nitish. So Melnerd still will be good for third, but you know that he wants that to add to his total. Got Brent out. It says Asan. Something is going wrong with the lifting cast software here, but this is indeed Brent approaching the barbell. Core powerlifting. Wow. That looks like it's 305 kilos, just doing some quick kilo math in my head because I don't have the accurate number pulled up for whatever reason. Hopefully they fix that on the back end there, but now we actually do have Asan, 175 kilos. He needs this to register a total. He missed on his first and a second. His second, he did complete the lift, but didn't quite meet the requirements of the finishing position. Barbell is being cleaned for third attempts here. You'll see the platform crew make sure that the bar is in pristine condition for all of our lifters on these final attempts. Again, Byron, one of our meet directors, is actually leading the charge as platform manager on this deadlift session for platform 2. Bar is loaded for Asan. He needs this to register a total. Come on, Asan. Let's go. Very narrow grip, which I think might be contributing to that finishing position. If I was his coach, I might advise after this meet to move that grip out a little bit. He definitely sold the lockout there, though, more than the previous two. Oh, he still gets a no lift from the side referees, Shane Martin and Danny Lee. Again, they are looking at it from a little bit of a different angle than I can see from my perspective. It looked like he had met the requirements for the finishing position, but they do have a better vantage point, so clearly they are seeing something that I missed. Calvin, next up, Wendigo barbell athlete. 202 kilograms loaded on the bar for Calvin. Again, not the best start to his meet, but he's really pulled it around in the second half of the competition. Let's go, Calvin. Third deadlift. Finish strong. Hold that position at the top. That should be a good lift. 3 white lights for Calvin. Wes up next. Third deadlift, 220 kilos. Hall strength system athlete, coached by Max Hall. So Calvin finishing quite a bit below his all-time best, but still pulled it together after missing his first 2 squats, going 7 for 7 after that. Bars loaded for Wes, 220 kilos on the platform. As I mentioned, coached by Max Hall of Hall Strength Systems. Let's see if he can finish. Pretty common for conventional lifters to reach that sticking point right above the knee. In a sport like strongman, when you get to that position, you could push your knees through and use your thighs to hitch the bar up, but that is not allowed in powerlifting. Milan, with his third attempt, over 500 pounds, core powerlifting athlete, hoping to finish off strong. He is actually one of the very few lifters who has the potential for a 9 for 9 competition. If he makes this lift, that is 9 for 9. I'm going through the score sheet, and it looks like he might literally be the only lifter today. Zachary Wheeler also has the potential, and Aaron Miles. But so far, if he makes this lift, he would be the first 9 for 9 of the day. Let's go. 9 for 9. That's a big accomplishment in the powerlifting world. Taking his time getting set. Still has 20 minutes. Or 20 seconds, sorry, not 20 minutes. Let's go. 9 for 9. Come on. Wow. Now let's see if the side referees were happy with that position. They are. First 9 of 9 of the day. Congratulations. Razvan, 232.5 loaded on the bar. Let's go. Go on, Razvan. Oh, he's asking for the crowd to pump him up. Needs some help on this third attempt. Coming back up for one big, deep breath. Can he do it? Yep. The crowd helped him on that one. Ooh. Might have been an expletive on the platform, normally frowned upon, but pretty excited. Ryan Yip coming up with his third deadlift attempt, 66 kilo class. He is already setting a personal best total, but this will add to that personal best. Just cleaning the barbell again between attempts here. Third deadlift attempts. After these deadlifts finish up, we will take a break before session 4, starting a new broadcast for session 4. That is scheduled to start at 1:30 p.m. So I hope that most of you are able to join us again. Just making sure that this barbell is good to go for Ryan. Bar is loaded now, 235 kilos, 66 kilo open class. Let's go, Ryan. This will be a tough one. Let's see if he can do it. Again, taking his time, making sure that he is set up in the position that he needs. go, Ryan. Sticking point, but pushes through. He thinks he's good. Great lift for Ryan. So Ryan gives a little head nod. Oftentimes that is to show, yes, that you're confident. It's also something that some experienced lifters will do when they're actually not sure if they reach the required finishing position. If you act confident, you know that you nailed it. There is a little bit of something to be said from a psychological perspective on our referees. Maybe you can convince them that you were good as well. But in this case, it was just pure confidence. Justin, again, second attempt was pretty difficult, but we'll see if he can come back on his third. It'll be tough. My God, almost. I told you that it was going to be a tough one. Next up, we have John. So the other platform, we just had a question in the chat. The other platform for this session is already complete. If you want to watch what went down on the first platform, there is another video in the profile of the Narrative Lens on YouTube. So you can go back and watch that platform and their deadlifts. But we are just watching platform 2 here as they are finishing their deadlifts. Platform 1 finished up about 30 minutes earlier. John, calm, cool, and collected, 265 kilos loaded on the bar. His second moved well. And his third moved well, too. 3 white lights for John. He is fired up. Got Nicholas Lee coming up. But before we get to Nicholas, just another thank you to our live stream sponsors, Taylor Nutrition. Unlock your peak performance with a personalized sports nutrition session designed for powerlifters. We'll assess your goals, training, diet, and recovery to create a targeted fueling plan, complete with supplement guidance, custom meal planning, and athlete-friendly recipes. Looks like Nicholas is well fueled as he rushes out for his third deadlift attempt, over 600 pounds, 272 kilos loaded on the bar. Gets that down command. 2 white lights, that is a good lift, and he is fired up. A lot of intensity on the platform for these third deadlift attempts. Next up, we have Nitish, but we also have another sponsor for the live stream, the Strength Guys. The Strength Guys coach world champions like Taylor Atwood and Laya Bavoil, and lifters just like you. For online coaching, nutrition, and injury management trusted by the best, visit thestrengthguys.com. Break PRs with us. Strength Guys, great little coaching company. As they mentioned, have athletes from local level competitors all the way to world champions and possibly the greatest of all time in Taylor Atwood. Nitish has 277.5 loaded on the bar. This is a big pull for him. 5 kilo jump from his second. His second was slow. Sorry, Nitish is a tall lifter, so get a little bit cut off on our alternate angle there. A little bit too much. But all smiles for Nitish, happy that he secured his second attempt. Next up, we have Melnard. So Melnard's second attempt moved quite well, but the side referees were not pleased, not satisfied, I think, with an aspect of his finishing position in the deadlift. So you know that he knows what he needs to do. He's going to make those adjustments and come back for this third attempt. He did choose to add 5 kilograms to the bar. So he's confident that the weight is not the issue. He's just got to iron out a couple technical elements. See if he can do it. Might have been a slight downward movement. Interestingly, don't know why I said it like that. Interestingly, he got a red from the head referee. On his second, he got 2 reds from the side refs. So he fixed what he needed to fix, and that is a good lift. So next up, we have Brent. Again, Brent is competing against Justin, but for whatever reason, they are in separate flights, giving Justin a pretty significant advantage. Brent, if he gets this lift, it will take him 10 kilos ahead of Justin on projected total. However, Brent is the heavier lifter. So if Justin is able to hit his opener, add 10 kilos to his second, he would still walk away as your champion. And Justin will know in advance the exact total that he needs to hit to win that 83 kilo class for our men's Raw Open division. We've got our meet director and platform manager, Byron Wiley of Wiley Strength, cleaning the barbell, making sure that it is good to go for Brent. Our heaviest deadlift in flight A of this platform 2 session 3 of the 2025 APU Provincial Powerlifting Championships. Brent's second was slow, but he has this lift in him. It'll just be a matter of execution as he's getting some cheers from the core powerlifting community in the building here in Edmonton, Alberta. This does look like it would be a personal best for Brent. But again, he's got the whole core powerlifting community behind him. Let's go, Brent. Just a little bit too much for him. But great lifting overall for Brent. That brings us to the end of Flight A of Platform 2 Session 3. But we will continue with Flight B of this session. Briggs looks like he is just doing token lifts today. Might have a bit of an injury, so he is going to open with 75 kilos. But then he will likely scratch his remaining attempts. So Briggs will, again, likely come out, smoke this opener. Let's go Briggs as he gets settled, finds that position that he needs. Yep, token lift, secures the good lift, all smiles. Thomas of Wiley Strength, Byron Wiley, coming out with 167.5 for his opener. Should it be an easy opening attempt for him? Let's go, Thomas. Walking up to that barbell confidently. Gets ready. Reach down for that barbell. Very compact, conventional position. Great lift. Very easy opener. Got that love for Zach continuing in the chat. Zach is going to get this. A lot of confidence, a lot of support. Next up, though, we do have Christian. Tends to be a pretty excited athlete. Yep. Does not waste any time as he walks out on the platform. Gets that big deep breath, conventional puller. Resetting. Easy opener. Did he wait for the down command? I'm not sure that he did. No, he did not. He skipped the command. Super easy. Got a little bit too excited. That's what I was saying. Needs to just calm himself down a little bit. Ethan Thomas just supporting throughout the day after a big day lifting yesterday. Ethan Thomas was your 83 kilogram junior champion. Was a sub-junior lifter previously. Bars loaded for Aaron. Aaron is another athlete with the potential to go 9 for 9. He's 6 for 6 so far on this meet. Could be actually, yeah, the second lifter to go 9 for 9 today. We'll see. Could start really exaggerating that finishing position. Hopefully he doesn't lose balance when it gets a little bit heavier. Sebastian coming up next with the 195 kilos on the bar. Another core powerlifting athlete. Like I've said, a lot of those on this platform today. Getting himself into position, looking down at that barbell. Sorry, we just had a brief interruption there, but good lift. Someone standing in front of our live stream camera. Brad Roy coming up next. Again, I'm sounding like a broken record here, but another core powerlifting athlete on this platform, Brad Roy. Looking down at that barbell, intense. Feeling good. Should be an easy opener for Brad. Come on, Brad. Let's see what the judges say. That is a good lift for Brad. Brad's personal best is 230, so he should come back for a second and hopefully hit that. Jasper coming up next. Sub-junior 93 kilo lifter. Another core powerlifting member. They should be sponsoring this platform, I think, at this point. It's got some support in the crowd. See if he pushed his hips through. No, not quite. Didn't quite reach that finishing position that he needed there for Jasper, but he'll come back. Weight wasn't an issue. Just iron out some technical details. Dennis is up next. 230 kilos on the barbell. Let's hope that he can smoke this opener. Smooth. Very slight bobble at the top, but I was just getting the barbell settled because it was so fast. Next up, we have fan favorite Zachary Wheeler, North Rise athlete. Can he rise to the occasion with these deadlift attempts? Again, support in the chat. They think that he can. Sub-junior 83 kilogram division. And the bar is loaded for Zach W. as Zachary Wheeler. Taking his time as he approaches the barbell. Make sure that he can set himself up how he needs to. Shakes out the arms. See that often is the case. Try to get those long arms, and oh my gosh, that looked like a warm-up for Zach. The chat was right. He is ready to crush deadlifts. Who is our next athlete coming up? Who, again, as I've been talking about, been hoping to challenge Raymond for the top spot in the men's Raw Open 74 division. Squats didn't quite go as he wanted. Left 20 kilos on the board, missing his second and third. But that deadlift looked good. So it is possible that he could still challenge Raymond. It won't be easy, and we'll need to see how Raymond's deadlift moves in a couple of lifters. But before then, we have Daniel lifting 250 kilos. Another Raw Open 74 kilo athlete. Right now, he is looked like he's pretty much locked into third place, into that podium position within this class. Won't be able to move up to first or second, but still should be on the podium. Not the fastest opener, but that has kind of been his MO all day. He has been slow but controlled, and it's been working for him. Lightweight baby, that was in response to Zach's lift, I believe, and it was indeed a lightweight baby. All right, this is going to essentially tell the story for this 74 kilo class. If this is slow for Raymond, then Koo has a shot. If he crushes it, then I think Raymond will have enough to secure first place. Let's see. It's going to be an uphill battle for Koo. That was a pretty good opener. Again, Koo has a lot in the tank, so we'll see. It's not over till it's over. Ending the first round of deadlifts is Justin. Again, really wish that Justin and Brent were in the same flight. Gives Justin a little bit of an unfair advantage. He knows exactly what he needs to do. And basically what he needs to do, I'm just looking at the numbers, is hit this and then go up 5 kilos. Justin is the lighter lifter. 5 kilos more than this current attempt would tie him on total and give him a win on body weight. So we'll see if he does decide to go up 5 kilos on the second. Taking his time. Reaches down to that barbell. Bit of a frog stance deadlifter. Not the fastest opening attempt, but he's happy with it. Still a very good opener. I would expect that he goes up 5 kilograms to 292.5 on a second. I wouldn't want to risk by going up any more, and then if he gets that, you can have some fun with the third attempt. We'll see what he and his coach puts in for his second, and I'll keep you updated when that is entered into the system. Until then, though, we have Christian. Again, been talking about very excited lifter. And he actually skipped the down command on his first deadlift. Strength wasn't an issue, so if he can just calm himself down, wait for that down command, he'll be in a good position. Another core power lifter. Let's go. He knows what he needs to do. Come on, Chris. Again, weight isn't an issue. Hold it. And that should be a good lift. With the confidence Love to see it. I expect a big jump on his third. We got Thomas coming up next. Thomas is in the sub-junior 83 kilo division.
Bar is loaded for Thomas.
12.5 kilo jump from his opening attempt. His opener flew, so good to see that 12.5 kilo jump. This shouldn't be an issue. I think he has the strength. Big deep breath, getting ready. Slower than his opener, but still a very good second attempt. Has some more in the tank. Wouldn't be surprised if he went up to 190 for his third. Meanwhile, Aaron is coming out with 195 loaded on to the barbell, sub-junior 105 kilo class. He's fired up. He's ready. Chain isn't in the mouth, though. I know he had that during squats. Let's go, Aaron. And exaggerating that finishing position, but should be good. He's 8 for 8, has the potential to be our second 9 for 9 of the day. Who do we have next? We have Briggs, but I don't know if he... I think he has just put in 200 kilos, but is probably going to time out, give the rest of his competitors an opportunity to rest that extra minute. If you know that you are not going to come out for a lift, you have a couple of options. You can scratch your attempts, but that essentially takes you out of the flight. And what that means is that your fellow competitors have one less minute of rest. If the flight is a smaller flight, it's generally a rule of respect to let the clock time out to give your competitors in your flight their full time of rest. So that looks to be what Briggs is doing here as his minute comes to an end. Next up, it looks like we're going to have Sebastian with 210 kilos that our spotters and loaders are going to have to load on to the barbell. It does create a little bit of extra work for our spotters and loaders. They will have to load the weight if it is not a scratched attempt, but they are happy to do so.
Bar is loaded for Sebastian.
Sebastian, 210 kilos, getting himself set up, in position, taking his time. Big brace coming here. Sumo puller. Good off the floor. Good finishing position. Everything looked good to me. Let's see if the judges agree. 3 white lights. They do indeed agree. Jasper, 225 kilos. He missed his first deadlift. I'm trying to recall what that, I think that might have been his finishing position, but not 100% sure. I don't think that it was a strength issue, but we'll see here on a second. Another core powerlifting athlete. Let's go, Jasper. He needs this. Wants to be able to register a total. That looked good on my end. That is 3 white lights, so he is good to register a total. Not a perfect day for Jasper. 1 for 3 on squats. Missed his opener on deadlift, but did go 3 for 3 on bench press. Brad Roy is up next. Second deadlift, another core powerlifting member. Brad is getting ready to pull 230 kilos. 10 kilo jump, from his opening attempt. See if he has what it takes. 74 kilo division. Pulling hook grip. That thumb locked around the barbell. It hurts, but it helps with your grip for sure. Little bit of a tough lockout, but I think he still got it. Head ref gave it a red, but white lights on the side. That is a good lift for Brad. Dennis, 250 kilos, a little bit over 550 pounds, a little on the barbell. 83 kilo division. Let's go, Dennis. Dennis has had a good meet. He missed his first attempt, but has hit every single lift since then. See if he can continue that trend on a second deadlift. Hold it. Looked like he was starting to lose grip, but 2 white lights still. Next up, we have fan favorite Zachary Wheeler. A North Rise athlete with a big 20 kilo jump from his first to his second attempt. Let's see if Zach has what it takes. I know that the chat thinks that he does. Composing himself before stepping onto the platform. Let's go, Zach. Come on, Zach. Shaking out those arms. Trying to get them long and loose before initiating the pull. Oh, he has it. You can see him shaking his hand. Just lost it at the top, but it was speedy. Not an issue of strength. Daniel coming up next, 262.5 kilos. Was a slow opener, but we'll see if he has what it takes here. 12.5 kilo jump. It will be a tough one. That's a big jump considering that the opener was a little bit on the slow side, but I think he has been able to grind out quite a few lifts today. Daniel, 74 kilo open. Getting ready. Oh. A little bit shaky, but doesn't matter. Still a good lift. Don't know how much more he has in the tank. He might have another 5 kilos in him. 2 coming up next. Jumping 20 kilos from his opener. He really needs this if he wants to push Raymond for first place. Got some love in the crowd. Oh yeah. He is fired up. Hands are chalked up. Thighs are baby powdered up. Not sure if his hips were fully, 2 red lights. Didn't quite reach that finishing position in the deadlift. Not sure if it was the shoulders, the knees, or the hips there. Just wasn't quite erect, fully standing up straight at the end. He's gonna come and ask the head referee what he can do to make sure that he gets that on his third. Now that puts Raymond in an interesting position with this forecasted total. If he makes this lift, it would probably push Koo beyond what he is capable of. And actually another interesting note, Daniel has the potential to pull into second place if he is successful with his third attempt. So some interesting kind of cat and mouse going on at the moment. We'll see what unfolds. Raymond, though, can put himself in a very, very good position if he is able to make this lift. His first attempt did look strong, so we'll see if he has what it takes. Mixed grip, not a hook grip on this lifter. One hand supinated, the other pronated. That is good, and that might be enough to secure the championship for him.
Justin coming up next, followed by Thomas.
Justin coming up next. Let's see how the math is mathin' here. So interestingly, he has chosen to go all the way up to 305 when he only needed 292 to secure the championship. And if he misses this, Brent will be in first place still. So he needs this very ambitious jump. Not sure what prompted that decision. It's a little bit low on our screen there. Apologies. Oh my gosh. No, see, this is exactly what I was talking about. He didn't need to jump up that much, and this might leave an opening for Brent unless my math is mathing. I am correct. The thing is, Justin now cannot go down in weight. He has to reattempt that weight. I don't know what the team was thinking there. He only needed 5 kilograms, and the team decided to jump up 17 and a half. You could have just saved that for your third and secured first place, but he might now finish second, and Brent still has a chance to finish on top of the podium. Meanwhile, we have Thomas, 190 kilos on the bar, Wiley's strength athlete. See how he is looking, preparing for this lift. His second moved well. Great way to finish the day. I think that is a good lift. That is, in fact, a good lift for Thomas. Next up, we have Christian. Got a little excited on his first, came back, and was able to nail it on his second. See how much he jumped on his third attempt here. Just need to pull up that data on my end. Looks like he jumped up 27 and a half kilos from his second to a third. He is fired up. This is going to be a big lift if he can get it. Come on. In his head a little bit. Hold it. Gonna give us a little belt flip. Yep. 3 white lights, and he is happy about that lift. As he should be. Big jump from second to third. Got Briggs is gonna time out, I believe, here again to give Aaron, who's coming up next, extra minute rest. Byron was cleaning that bar still. You have to, technically, between each attempt, even if you suspect that Briggs will be timing out again. And I do believe that is the case, so we'll let the minute timer run its course. I'm still shocked about that decision from Justin's team to jump up 17 and a half kilos when he only needed 5 kilos to secure first place. Not sure if there was some miscommunication or some miscalculation on the numbers there. But he will need to come back for his third to take that home. If he doesn't, then Brent will, in fact, come home with the 83 kilo championship. Right now, Brent is 5 kilos ahead in terms of total. I thought for sure that Justin would come away with this one, as the timer for Briggs does run out. Justin had the full advantage of being in a different flight, knowing exactly the total that he needs to hit, but Brent might get lucky. Justin did complete his second attempt. It wasn't a strength issue, but the lockout was a little bit questionable, as the side refs noted. Got Aaron, believe, on pace for 9 for 9 here. Could be our second 9 for 9 lifter of the day. Let's go, Aaron. Big pull. Can he finish it? Might have been some downward movement. Yes, there was in fact a little bit of downward movement. Still 8 for 8 is not a bad, or 8 for 9 is not a bad day for Aaron. Next up we have Brad Roy, core powerlifting. Brad has been having a fairly good day, except bench press was a bit of a struggle, but he's hoping to go 3 for 3 on deadlift here. Let's see if he can do it again. Byron Wiley, one of our meet directors and platform manager here, cleaning off the barbell. Working hard all weekend. Looks like Brad's handler is asking some questions about maybe the weight on the bar. I'm not too sure. The head referee is going to come over and confirm. I'll let you know if I know what's going on, but it's a little bit unclear right now. Handler seems to be pointing towards the scoreboard, maybe suggesting that there is an error. Oh, it does look like Brad Roy is loaded twice into lifting cast. It has him as the current lifter, but also as the next lifter. So I'm not sure who should be up right now. Yes, so it in fact is supposed to be Sebastian who is up now. They have corrected it on lifting cast. There was actually Sebastian's handler, I believe, who was pointing out that error. So our spotters and loaders are going to have to put on the correct weight here, 222.5 kilos for Sebastian. Still a core powerlifting lifter, just like Brad. Bar is correctly loaded now for Sebastian. They have fixed the weight on the bar. And Sebastian is hoping to go 8 for 9 today, missing just his third deadlift. Got fans on the live stream and in person here in Edmonton, Alberta. Taking his time, couple deep breaths. Let's go, Sebastian. A little bit too much. That's okay. 7 for 9 is still a very solid meet. Now we actually have Brad Roy. We had already had this weight loaded on the barbell, but it was Sebastian's turn. Now it actually will be Brad's turn to go. 240 kilos loaded on the bar, over 500 pounds. Core powerlifting. Taking those consistent 10 kilo jumps from first to second to third. Bar is loaded for Brad. Let's see how this goes for Brad. Hoping to go 3 for 3 on deadlifts. See if he has what it takes. Looking down at that barbell. Making sure that belt is locked into place. He's got support in the crowd, hook grip. Let's go, Brad. Still has 15 seconds. Oh, it looked like he was going to fall over there about 3/4 of the way up, but he recovered, and that is a good lift for Brad. Well done. Great recovery. Next up, we have Jasper, 93 kilo sub-junior. Missed his first attempt deadlift, but then came back and smashed it on his second. Jumped all the way up to 245 kilos. Normally in a situation like that, that suggests to me that they were likely planning to go 225, 235, and then 245. But because he got a no lift on his first attempt, they've jumped up 20 kilos instead of the normal 10, is my best guess. Let's see if he has what it takes. 20 kilos is a big jump. Oh. And that is always the problem when you miss a lift. Could have gone 235 on his second, but had to make that 20 kilo jump. No lift for Jasper. So next up we have Dennis, 255 kilos on the bar. Open 83 kilo division. Let's take a quick look at how his day has been shaping up. Right, so he had a rough start, missed his opener squat, but has gone 7 for 7 since. Wants to come back with an 8 for 9 day, going 8 for 8 to end the day. 255 loaded on the bar. Holds it, gets that down command. Is it a good lift? Great way to finish this competition. Next we have Zachary Wheeler, one of the favorites on the stream and in the crowd today. North Rise athlete. And he, like has been predicted, has been doing well on the deadlifts. Missed his second, but not on strength. He decided to jump up 5 kilos still because he knows that it's there. Lets out a little yell before walking onto the platform. Stares down the barbell like it's a mortal enemy. He's getting ready. He wants this lift. It add 25 kilos to his total. Big deal. Powerlifting is about making attempts. Let's see if he can do it. North Rise athlete. Holds it. I think that's good. Let's see. 3 white lights. Good lift for Zachary. Who coming up next? 275. Nice. Pretty 275 loaded onto the barbell. 5 nice red plates. And Ku, as we recall, was hoping to push for first. Squats didn't quite go his way and is going to have to settle for second. Although Daniel could pull ahead, Ku actually needs this lift. Otherwise, there's a chance that he could fall to third. That looks a little bit better than his second. Is it enough? No. Still not quite reaching the finishing position that he needs in the deadlift. Now let's look at the standings. See, if I was Daniel, he's actually the lighter athlete. He only needs 270 kilos on the bar. If I was his handler, I would put in an attempt change to 270 kilos. But again, I am just the lowly commentator. However, this is 5 kilos more than he needs to secure second place. Don't know if you can hear me. Whoever is handling Daniel, that might be a good thing to do before the bar is officially loaded. However, it looks like they're going to go ahead with 275. Let's hope that he makes it. It's a 12.5 kilo jump. Second attempt was slow. 7.5 kilos would be a lot more manageable. But I hope that Daniel can prove me wrong. This would be to move him into second place in the 74 kilo division. Daniel comes out to the platform. He needs this lift to move himself into second place. Can he do it? A little bit too much. 270 might have been a little bit too much as well, so we'll never know. But that does mean that Ku will still remain in second, and Raymond will secure first place in the 74 kilo division. We will have Justin coming after Raymond here. And again, Justin took a jump that was a little bit more than he needed to do. But if he is able to make his third, he will move ahead of Brent from the previous flight. Here we have Ray, though. Raymond, 295 on the bar. He's already secured first place. Hoping that this one will bring a new personal best. 295. Great lift. A little bit of bobble at the top, but let's see what the judges say. We got one red light for that bobble. But still a good lift for Raymond, first place in the 74 kilo division. All right, now we have Justin, heaviest deadlift of the day so far. He needs this lift to move into first place. Brent from the previous flight is currently in first with a 702.5 kilo total. Again, Justin only needed to add 5 kilos to his second attempt, decided to jump up 17.5, and because of this, could potentially lose his championship. He needs this to move into first place. Again, this is not his first rodeo. He can do it. Is it enough? It might be. Justin is your 83 kilogram men's raw open champion. What a lift for Justin. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I am Adam Maneri, and I've been your commentator for today's first session of day 2 of the 2025 APU Powerlifting Championships. Before I let you go, just a quick outro message from one of our referees, and be sure to join us again in about 30 minutes for our next session of the day. Thank you so much.
Joining us today on day 2 of the APU Provincials 2025. My name's Lainey Bishop. I hope you join us tomorrow morning for our bench only session. Sunday early morning, let's get it.